It could be very interesting indeed. Let's see how it goes.
3, 2, 1.
All right, we're going to be watching DaHanG out of the gate. He's respawning right in Mega Room. He's going to be light on weapons initially, but he's going to have a fantastic stack. First weapon is going to be Rocket Launcher. Doesn't go in for LG as he's looking to perhaps catch Cypher either at the rail or right on top of the Rocket Launcher in the right armor room. But wanted to shoot down through the crate, ends up getting himself in the nuts instead. It's going to be 20 seconds in, and DaHanG done more damage to himself so far.
Yeah, he did damage to Cypher as well, but the fact he blew himself up really didn't give him the advantage, and now the red is in the hands of Cypher again, second time on the map. And of course, because the Mega Health spawns 10 seconds after the red armor, he's going to get a big advantage going in and taking this second spawn.
Yeah, it was a bit of a late red armor, which really changes things up, and you can see that Cypher really wanting to make sure that things go according to his plan, and so far so good for him. It's going to be a clean pickup, and DaHanG looking for word of when this red armor is going to be coming up, but he doesn't really have timing on it. And DaHanG's going to be railable at this point. Down on the health due to LG. Cypher's looking for it. I mean, DaHanG's going to be stuck back here. Red armor's going to be up, and Cypher can take away a frag and take away red and be set to dominate this map.
This is what Cypher needed to do on the first two maps. We should be really aggressive with the items. He gets a real focus on the items first and foremost. Mega's going to be the next thing up, and he is in position for it.
And DaHanG's also going to be in the room. He might be going for the jump. Does not get pushed off due to the LG. Manages to get away with well over half of that Mega.
That's incredible. And look at the lightning gun. And now the rockets. Look how aggressive DaHanG goes. Frag.
Everybody dies on red armor, but it's going to be Cypher getting the closer red armor and the rocket launchers to boot. So DaHanG trying to use plasma as much as possible here, but he's got to be really careful around these pillars. Cypher down on 84 health, but he's going to be 2 frags up. A bit of time before either item comes up, but Cypher has plenty of time to move back over to the Mega side of the map.
DaHanG will be feeling pretty hard done by that spawn. Mega is on the other side of the map, but it doesn't look like Cypher's even going to challenge that. So DaHanG probably got the advantage at this point.
It's going to be a trade, and a trade that DaHanG is going to be probably very thankful for at this point. But he's going to be waiting for yellow armor, of all things, especially right behind this pillar. It's very easy to get trapped if you get stuck back there.
He has managed to get the railgun cleanly. That's an important item on this map, of course, with the ranged battles, especially with a vertical shot should be going for.
We're going very much into hide-and-go-seek mode here.
Here we go. Cypher challenging for the red. The rocket's coming down, and DaHanG in position. Did take that red armor. Now moving away. He should be in excellent position for this Mega health.
Well, Cypher can certainly catch DaHanG if he wants to move to the other side of the map. DaHanG is actually going to be moving back over towards the 50 just in time to make sure that he's going to have control over the red when it spawns. But he wants to make a fight happen first, get some blood on the floor. DaHanG doubling on back to make sure that the move from Cypher out of this doorway is not going to be a clean way. But Cypher, he's content just to spam a few rockets down through the doorway, not really commit to that fight. But the question is, what does that leave Cypher with? He's got a decent amount of armor, but from here, he's not really going to have anywhere useful to go. Unless he's got an ambush ready for DaHanG, and it doesn't look that way.
I don't really know what his game plan is at the moment. He's gone really defensive suddenly from a control position. Looks like, he's just trying to get an ambush shot in and then maybe get a time on an item. Maybe he doesn't know the time of the red here.
Oh, what?
Wow. Just peeks in, gets that rail shot away.
And he's certainly happy with just that one rail. I mean, there's still plenty of time before RA comes up. Still plenty of time before Mega comes up. It's actually going to be very close timing. And actually, Cypher, well aware that in this map, you are going to reach a point in the map where no matter who's in control, Mega and Red are going to be coming up at the same time. And if you play it out intelligently, you can get one of those for free.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be split at the same time here. DaHanG looks like he's going to force Cypher away. In fact, Cypher's in a terrible position to get either of them at the moment. Really depends what DaHanG's going to hit. He's actually turned it around pretty effectively, though, as DaHanG
It's going to be a clean trade, though. Cypher with red armor and away to boot. DaHanG on Mega, but look at him. DaHanG is fully stacked up to the teeth. And look at a catch Cypher as he exits through grenade launcher, but Cypher not going through that teleporter yet. He's going to be pulling off a bit more of a fight than DaHanG was expecting.
Yeah, DaHanG looking very strong, and Cypher just gone into a bit of a defensive mode. It looks like he might be playing again for the split of the two items, although the difference between the two is pretty significant. So he's just given up the red effectively.
And actually, DaHanG playing that split very intelligently, making sure he's the one getting Mega. That means that, he can get early over to Red and have plenty of time to get back over to Mega next time. But look at this LG out of DaHanG. Is still very, very strong, doing plenty of damage on Cypher, making sure he really doesn't have a good reason to stick around and try to do more damage on DaHanG here.
Cypher in a vulnerable
good defensive
position.
rockets.
Yeah, good defense. Very good defense. He really needed to do that because DaHanG was almost on top of him and Cypher wasn't looking too strong. He has got the yellows now, though. So not looking too shabby.
This has been a very marked shift for Cypher back towards a much more defensive style of play. but, you know, 5 minutes in with 2 frags up, this really isn't the time to turtle up. So Cypher is still playing it very intelligently. He's not really giving too much away position-wise to DaHanG, but DaHanG is still running around with this awesome stack. That means that Cypher needs to not only do initial damage, he needs to do a lot of it.
He needs to hit his shots. He's not hitting a very high
Suffice
percentage.
to say, he needs to push button and receive damage.
Yeah. 20% rail at the moment. He's only hit 1 rail shot. DaHanG's hit only 3. He's not hitting too great either, but DaHanG is actually not in the lead at the moment. So he's the one that does need to hunt Cypher and get those frags.
Granted, the ball is definitely in DaHanG's court to find Cypher and force a fight. Catching him down by LG is certainly going to be a bit of a help, but Cypher's looking for a rail at red armor. Perfect. I mean, that's exactly all you need in order to, you know, maintain a bit of a grip on the map. Make sure your opponent doesn't get away without a rail or a rocket or two to remember you by.
You can play a real rail-heavy game on this map. It looks like Cypher might be trying to choose that option. But usually Cypher pretty much hits every shot, and it's not quite that way on this occasion. He has backed off and taken the yellows. The red armor is the next major item up. Oh, the grenade spam does just miss it.
DaHanG leaves it up though. I mean, he's still very strong in the stack. This could be a reason for Cypher to come out of his shell a little bit. He's got plenty of stack area, and both players looking very well armed to the teeth. But now Cypher wants to catch DaHanG, and vice versa. I mean, it's ambush on ambush. We're back in hide-and-go-seek mode.
This is tense moments. Next frag could be really significant. If DaHanG gets it, he's in a very good position. Look at this push for the Mega.
LG. Cypher is not going to want to give that up. Manages to get the rail. DaHanG at exactly 100 health. Now railable. Cypher wanting to chase through that quarter, but chasing through there is never really, you know, my favorite thing to do.
Not advisable at all. A tight corridor with a rocket in your face.
I really can't find it in me to blame Cypher, though. I mean, getting that much shaft on DaHanG, not getting him that far, getting that rail as DaHanG hits the ground. But look at DaHanG's rails here. 1, 2, dropping Cypher down to 44. He's going to have to go into hiding at this point in order to get back up at least to 100, 100.
But this is where DaHanG needs to push forwards and take the advantage that he's just gained and get those frags back. I mean, we're running out of time here. 7 minutes in, only 3 minutes remaining, and it's been hard enough to pick up frags as it is the first 7 minutes. So really needs to get aggressive here.
Absolutely. So DaHanG having to face up against the Cypher in Ghost mode. DaHanG is going to be able to make this fight happen for YA, but look at that rocket right square between the eyes of DaHanG. He's going to be taking a bit of damage, but Cypher still not looking all that hot. 70 health, completely railable at this point.
Not looking good at
And he's only got 1 rail to his own name himself. I mean, if Cypher wants to be able to do some spam damage from afar and give DaHanG a reason to leave him alone, give him a little bit of time to stack up, he's going to need more than a rail.
He mustn't have noticed that because he was right by the railgun spawn. He could have easily gone and got it. He hasn't got a yellow for a while either. I mean, the next item up is that red. He's going to challenge for it.
Oh, it's going to be a catch out here at red armor. DaHanG's going to be able to get that grab, but DaHanG is not committing to the fight.
Whoa. Such low health now for Cypher. DaHanG could go really aggressive on him. It looks like he's going to choose to. No, backs off. Kind of predicted Cypher ran the other way. And
but he catches Cypher. Whoa. Cypher can't even make it through the teleporter. It's going to be DaHanG bringing this within 1 frag, but that changes everything. As a first spawn, Cypher's going to have no weapons, very little in the way of stack, and even with grabbing away that red armor, DaHanG has every reason to just go full forward.
Did just miss that rail shot. He won't be happy with that, DaHanG. But Cypher getting away with that red, it just gives him that little bit of hope. But as you say, DaHanG still is in the driving seat here.
Doesn't look like he wants to be at the moment. Cypher able to get back up to 100, 100. No rail for him yet. That room is going to be very, very dangerous for him right now. DaHanG stacks back up, needs to find Cypher, needs to catch him. But you know, if DaHanG can force these fights into the latter minute of the match, that's going to allow him a lot more comfortable room in order to keep that lead, should he get it.
Yeah, the timing actually of the frag could be vitally important. If it's right now, it still gives Cypher a little bit of time to draw out the game or come back if he does go down. But only 1 minute left now, and DaHanG desperately needs this one.
He's kind of playing this out the way Roof was playing their CTF matches. They kind of look at their clock and go, okay, it's time to push. But we've got the 45 seconds, and DaHanG again stacked to the teeth, armed to the teeth. Cypher still slippery as always. But he's got a decent fighting stack. If Cypher can do damage, he can really shut down DaHanG. It's going to take, 1 solid bout of LG, a couple of solid rockets. I mean, still Cypher's biggest weakness here is his lack of rail.
Cypher made the right choice then. He knew red was up, but decided not to go for it because he thought DaHanG would cut him off, and that's exactly what DaHanG would have done. So Cypher's evasion is pretty effective. DaHanG coming through the teleport. He's going to get a frag, and it's a tight game. And there's only 15 seconds left.
And at this point, Cypher, as a fresh spawn, He knows he didn't do that much damage against DaHanG. It is in Cypher's best interest to trail this out for overtime.
Definitely.
Here we go. 3 seconds to overtime, and Cypher is going to get his birthday wish. That's going to be 2 minutes added to the clock, and we're going to have to see what Cypher can do with that. DaHanG is still very, very strong. Needs to find Cypher. Finds him with the rail between the legs. That's certainly going to help.
Another great rail. Cypher's
Didn't
vulnerable.
even move. Just rail, swivel, rail. There we go. Done.
And Cypher, again, well, just turned around straight away onto the back, so going to have to just play for these yellow. DaHanG moving in aggressively with that lightning gun. Good defensive rockets.
He's out of them, though. Out of rockets, out of options, but he not only survived that, he gave DaHanG a reason to leave and go back for red armor. Honestly, a really good decision out of DaHanG to maintain the control that he had. He didn't need to give up what was giving him such an advantage for the previous 5 minutes.
Yeah, DaHanG looks like he could be in a good position to take this next mega health. Cypher can't really challenge for it. Hasn't got the armor. Has only just picked up the railgun as well. So
it's a nice corner.
Red armor. It could be Cypher's if he's close enough. It looks like DaHanG might. Well,
quite interesting for Cypher to get that so easily there.
Yeah, I was surprised. DaHanG didn't go racing through. He was trying to catch out Cypher. I guess he thought he might not have gone for it, or I'm not really sure.
Both of these players going very silent for the overtime. Cypher, though, is stacked back up to 150. The damage that he dealt out with those defensive rockets definitely giving DaHanG cause to pause. And it's going to be a play for this red armor. It's 2 seconds to it. DaHanG's going to be able to get away with that, but not without taking a major chunk off his life. And speaking of life, we have Mega coming up. Cypher wanting to block out that doorway, but dropping down. If he's going to aggress on the Mega, he needs to do it from the teleporter. In the meantime, LG and Rail are going to be his bread and butter.
It's going to go
if DaHanG's going to jump for it.
Pin DaHanG up in the air.
A rail like that is not going to be helping Cypher out.
Wow,
it's making his decision to stick around a lot more difficult, especially with red armor coming up. He can fade away to that and grab it away. DaHanG, whoa.
DaHanG pushed through and took the red away from Cypher, but can Cypher push? He can't go and get the Mega himself, so DaHanG's played that really perfect.
Was a brilliant play out of DaHanG. We're going to be looking at another 2 minutes of overtime, but leaving that Mega up to make sure that he beat Cypher to the red armor, that worked out wonderfully for him, and it gave him everything.
Cypher's actually doing amazingly well to survive at this moment. DaHanG's just done another job on him like he did in the first 2 matches, just controlling everything at the moment and pushing forwards. We just need to see a bit of more aggression, bit perfect timing from DaHanG, and he'll get the frag.
Now Cypher very thankful that he has rails at this point, and we need to see him utilize them well. I mean, the items are going to be the big opportunities. He's looking for, we actually have Mega pick up before DaHanG goes aggressive. Cypher missing a crucial rail. DaHanG didn't get it off either, but he's still looking at 180, 180.
Yeah, I was going to say Cypher, yeah, does have to utilize that rail, and he has done a lot better. He's almost double the percentage hits that DaHanG is, although DaHanG's actually hitting more shots, so he just needs to utilize that rail a bit more, Cypher.
Cypher is still in full plus back mode, able to get away and get up to 100, 100. Certainly a fighting chance on this Mega, and Cypher really does need to show up here. Granted, he is, plenty okay with all this overtime. He is willing to kind of pad this out and make sure that when the time is right, the time is right.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to rush himself here.
We're looking at 45 seconds till the end, unless it's still a drawn game. So any frag now could potentially be the decider. That's why they're both so cagey.
And DaHanG dropping down to the bottom, able to get away with that yellow armor, but eating that one rail out of Cypher keeps things a little bit more even stack-wise. But this may mean Cypher can win the fight for either Mega or red. I mean, I don't believe Cypher had the timing for the last Mega, so he's kind of padding out the timer right now, making sure that he's there and safe. Kind of. No rail out of DaHanG, though, so this is going to be big for Cypher.
He's turned it right around Cypher there. I thought he just not noticed the Mega as he dropped off there. Oh, my God.
Other way. Oh.
Cypher just getting caught out from behind there by DaHanG rail.
But we have just another 2 minutes added to this overtime. Cypher landing a rail. I mean, that's traded rails at this point. DaHanG still at the bottom of the map, coming over through grenade launcher. Generally, yeah, you do have to watch both ways before you come around that corner. But Cypher's expecting him down below. I mean, these players are both in each other's heads so much that they're thinking 10 steps ahead of each other for each other.
Too many steps.
Yeah, too many steps, really, yeah.
Whoa! Rocket and
nice
rail.
rocket. DaHanG looking at 66 health. Mega's going to be up. He's going to be pausing for a moment, seeing if Cypher sticks around for it. Cypher's going to be down below, expecting him to come through. Ready with that LG, but DaHanG's going to be going away with red armor. So again, both players being very conservative here.
Yeah, wise move by DaHanG there. I thought he was going to stay and challenge for the Mega, but it's overtime, and it's such a tight game. It's not worth the risk of losing the frag then. Just backed off for that red armor.
DaHanG sticking down below. Cypher, likewise. I mean, they have no idea where the other player is right now. They're going so very silent and playing so very sneaky. Every fight here is going to be an unexpected one for both of these guys. So Cypher coming back through with right armor, where there's 5 seconds left to mega healthy. He's going to have plenty of time to kind of own this thing up. DaHanG really needs to make his presence felt in this room right now.
Yeah, mega health up on its spot. See, Cypher hits that rail. Second
rail
rail as well.
DaHanG has the 50 to recover to, as well as the yellow armor, but Cypher now has plenty of reason. You can see the energy picking up right in his mouse movement. Cypher catches DaHanG down below, takes the frag, and with red armor and 30 seconds left, I don't see how DaHanG can possibly do this. Look at him exploding, well, all over the wall, really.
There's that second frag.
That's GG. That
surely
is GG.
confirms this map in Cypher's favor. It's going to be 2 all. Unless something crazy happens.
Oh, look at that. That's just the cherry on top. That's just icing on the cake.
I think it was nerves there. DaHanG failed the jump, in fact. That's what caught him out.
Now is the time to take a deep breath because, guys, we are going into a 5th and final map here at QuakeCon 2012, the Dual Masters Finals. And need I tell you why these guys are the Masters?
They are the best